You want to go ahead, buddy? Okay, this guy's got his signal on. And he doesn't know what he's doing. Welcome to driving in the city. Good morning. 10:43 in Vancouver going into Richmond, and it's a bit of a zoo. So, it's 2012 that I started my recovery from the infectious endocarditis, the strokes, the renal or kidney failure, and finally the sepsis. 3 years on, I am still unable to work. I'm able to ride somewhat. Actually, in 2013, I took this very bike 1 year out of the hospital to Nunavut. Didn't make it. Made it to Chetwynd, northern BC. Too sick. Came home. 2014, tried Nunavut again. This time with my brother as my wet nurse. He did a fine job. We made it to Nunavut. Came home and I just got a text. The Sena 10C is great for picking up phone calls and texts. And so home from Nunavut, though I slipped into fatigue, which was this year diagnosed as chronic fatigue. I just thought it was, you're too tired to wipe your butt with one hand. You're just too tired to wipe your butt with one hand. But apparently it has a name. So this year, 2015, my wife, my lovely wife, my real wet nurse, my great friend, with her new 650 in hand, we set off, not for Nunavut generally, but we made it to Whitehorse, visit her grandparents, her parents, pardon me, the grandparents. What a great ride. This is Whitehorse, farewell, where our children were basically born 25 years ago. We just left the grandparents who are 80 and 84. And I'm getting out of Katarina's way. She's waving frantically. Get the F out of the way. Wandered over east to Alberta. Grand Prairie, then due south through the parks. An amazing ride through the parks. Down into Creston and highway through the bottom of BC, due west back home. Took us a month. But it was a little much for me, again, like the last trip. So I have lots of time, but perhaps not the energy or the health to be doing long motorcycle rides as I had hoped. My ambitions of riding cross country or countries on two wheels is, at this time, slipping away. But you're dealt the cards you're dealt. Some of them really suck. But as I look around my life and other people's lives, I see that some people have had to toss the cards in with no position to play whatsoever. So, having said that, I'll take what I've been dealt and I will deal with it. And this time, look, I'm riding. So that's my condition. I'm still kicking. Cool. The Sena 10C, now that I've had it for several months. Great little cam. Of course, it can't come off. That's kind of I'm used to my eye on them, my drift, and my other cameras. They come on and off. You can use them as video cameras. This one, you got to pack the helmet around, use it as video cam, and it gets in. A tall windshield gets in the way. Taking pictures, you're zooming in on that. You got to stand up or look over. But it's really a good little camera. And the thing is, you can just plug it in right here. Whatever you have, you can plug it in. And it doesn't stop. It just charges. You can go hours and hours. Now the drift, of course, we lost the drift somewhere in the parks in Alberta. Fell off the back of my wife's motorcycle at high speed. The drift. I didn't love that camera, but I didn't hate it. It was really good from the back and setting it up on time lapse. Take a picture every 30 seconds, 60 seconds. As the day goes on, you'll get, out of hundreds of pictures, you'll get a couple neat shots from the back side. animals, cloud formations, whatever. But alas, the drift bounced off the road and disappeared into the ditch somewhere into the Rockies. And that's partially our fault. Hey girls. But the drift doesn't mount as secure as the other cameras by any means. It is what I would call a soft camera. Works really well, but the mounting systems are not as strong as perhaps a GoPro Ion. Oh, somebody's really out to get me this morning. So I'm down now to the Ion, and the Ion, of course, I stuck it in the 140-degree water up in Layard Hot Springs in northern BC. What a great hot springs. I've been there so many times. Just can't. We tried to drive by, but ended up staying overnight. And that camera's got almost 4 years old, and I think the sound is gone now. I think the 140-degree water baked the sound, but it still takes great footage. What a tremendous camera. Gotta watch myself. I'm in Richmond. This is one of the most dangerous places to drive in the Lower Mainland. Oh yeah, baby. So I would recommend the Ion. I think in the spring I'll be going to a Sena Prism because I love the Sena. You know, I've always said the Ion turns on so quick and so easy. Well, the Sena's pretty good in that regard too, pretty close, because it talks to you. There's no red lights, green lights, no rainbows to look at. It's record, not record, it's time lapse. It's a Monica. I call my assistant Monica. So I'll be giving this SC10 to my wife for her first cam on her helmet. I think she's ready for because you do have to you have to reach up and turn it on and off, and when you're new, you've got enough things going on. But she's done a really good job. Riding like an old pro. And I'm going to put the SMH10. I think she's got the SMH10. Yes, I'm going to put that on this, whatever helmet I have, with the Prism on top. The Sena Prism. So they pair. We'll do Sena all across the board. Headsets, microphones, everything. The only problem I have with the Senas, the headsets are, on her helmet, the mouthpiece does pick up a lot of wind, no matter how much I wrap it in foam or those little dead cat things they give you. It is so sensitive. So that's the only complaint I have about the whole Sena system, is that the SMH10, that microphone is extremely sensitive, and you're listening to this of wind all day in your ear. Oh well. Cleaned the air filter last night. Just have to undo this, loosen, undo this, loosen. The tank does slip in and out. Half an hour to pull all this off and clean the filter and put it back on, which is quite a daunting process when you're new to an old V-Strom. What a gorgeous day. Going to be 25 today. Check it out. I put on over 20,000 miles on this bike in really the last 2 years. So, you know, ill or not, I have given her my best shot, and I'm going to continue to do so, thanks to my support team, especially my wife. So you guys have a great day. That's my post for today. Thanks for coming out. Piss off.